Here's our semi-finalists. Rod Millen with a 60.04. Kim Austin, 63.96. Neil Allport, 64.64. And Malcolm Stewart, 65.16. This is where the crunch comes. Neil Allport on the line in the Mazda 323. Allport was the third fastest qualifier, and that leaves him out of the final. Unless he can improve, or unless he does better than Kim Austin and Malcolm Stewart. Because I don't think there's any question that Rod Millen is going to be one of the finalists. This round of 4 really sorts them out. Only 2 can come out the other end. Neil Allport wants, I'm sure, for him to be one of them. He knows that it's essential to get a clean run as well as getting a fast run.
And he is getting a clean run too, Tony.
39.36 is a good split. Amazing how quickly he can get up the hill, considering how little horsepower he has.
Well, he's using the horsepower that he's got to the best advantage. The only time you actually see the wheels turning at the front is when he goes round the hairpin at the top. The rest of the time, they're just about straight ahead all the time, using the momentum of the car to turn it on the corners. And just the slightest suggestion of turning the wheel.
Well, I think that's a fairly good advertisement for a Mazda 323 four-wheel drive. 63.95 on this hill is quick time in anyone's lane.
395, is that going to be enough?
I hope so. It'll be close, though. It'll be close.
Always been a realist, and he knows it will be close. He's being followed now by Rod Millen, whom he might just go under a minute this time. We're getting blasé about that minute barrier now. He has only broken it once, but he's been so close on a number of occasions. Neil Allport's time may just get him in the final alongside Rod Millen. Kim Austin's the man who will sort that out. Let's see what Millen can do this time. Remember, he made a mistake and still came down in just over the minute. On the last run, he got the top corner all wrong. Now, knowing what a perfectionist he is, he will want to correct that mistake and do it all perfectly. He analyzes every segment of every corner. He knows precisely where he can make up or lose time. You can see it's fairly busy inside there. Got it right that time, 36.04. That's going to bring him down around a minute. He knows very well that probably a 62 would win the event. But of course, he likes to improve.
He'll be conscious that he doesn't make a mistake. Come a long way for this event, and he doesn't want to blow it away.
Coming down the line, Rodney Millen, 59.14, best time so far ever recorded on this course. He had a 59.9, and now a 59.14. Very talented, very clever, very professional. Rodney Millen's demonstrated once again that if you can get anywhere close to him, you're in second place. See what Malcolm Stewart can do with the alley. 1.5, and with Neil Allport's time having been posted, he needs 63.95 or better.
Malcolm's giving it heaps this time. Clean away from the start line. Lots of revs up, lots of power.
He's going to run into sun problems at the top. It's the same for everyone, though. Notice that the sun visors are down. Most of them are wearing sunglasses. He really has got his foot in it this time, hasn't he? More conservative approach to the corner with a 39.16 is a good split for him.
It's about as quick as we've ever seen an Audi go around that top corner, Tony.
Very clean.
This will be a quick time.
Remember, he needs 1 minute 3.95. Neil Allport's time. 63.95 or better. And we've still got Kim Austin to run. Well, hard luck for Malcolm Stewart. It's the sharp end of the competition. He needed 63.95 and he had a 64. I guess that's about the limits of what's possible in the car with the current drivers. And this is the fellow who might upset Neil Allport now. 63.95 to beat. Kim Austin looking for a place in the final. You don't have to question things like determination with this fellow. My goodness, can he drive? I must say that the car, remarkably cheap as it is doing things remarkably well. Perhaps better than the timers at the moment.
I think he was just cleaning the stones out of the tracks there, Tony.
Getting it all sorted. Saw his time of 63.96, and Neil Allport has just done 100th better than that. I guess it's a question of who's more on the limit, Neil Allport or Kim Austin. This car is handling remarkably well. Seems to be getting excellent traction off the line. He's very quick downhill. Keep an eye on that time on the left-hand side of your screen. That's Neil Allport's time. And it is just 100th better than Kim Austin did on his last run-up. Fairly clean around the top of 38. That's a great split.
38.55.
That's the quickest he's got to the top of the hill. That's got to bring him down on the twos. Unless he makes an error on the way down or gets it too sideways. I think we've got the other finalist. 63.95 to beat. Into the last corner, 62.41. With a superb split for Kim Austin. Oh, great time.
2-4-1, you're in. Can he put anything else out?
Oh, no, I don't know. We just wanted to get there the first two-wheel drive cars, so I think we've got a good time now.
Trevor, exceptional talent displayed there by Kim Austin.
Yes, Tony, I've seen a lot of motorsport in this country, and there's a guy that really has got talent. Over the years, you watch people coming up and you think, well, there's a chap that needs a better car, and Kim Austin's one of those. He needs somebody to sponsor him. He needs somebody to give him a works drive. He really has got talent. The car is a very ordinary sort of car that he's put together himself, and to see those sort of times out of it, that's unreal. All credit to Rod Millen, who's still trying to do the times and probably doesn't need to. I'd like to see him get down to 58. I forecast he would. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But all the top four guys have really put their heart and soul into it. It's been a good effort.
The cup may not be the biggest in the world, but I'm sure if you filled it with champagne, it would make you less than sensible. Kim Austin away up to the line to get in the groove.
Once again, he's cleared the loose stones out of the grooves, Tony, because the four-wheel drive cars fill it up from the front wheels.
This is the final. The 1988 Dunlop Rally Sprint from Ashley Forest. The question really is, how close can Kim Austin get to Rod Millen's time? We've already seen Rod Millen do a 59.14. Kim Austin off now on his final run. If he wasn't a competitor, you'd say be conservative, do a 64, and come down and accept second place. Because realistically, there's no way he's going to beat Rod Millen with far superior machinery and a great deal more experience. But that's not the nature of the man.
This will be a quick time.
38.32 is good split. A little tail happy coming out of the hairpin. Well on the downhill now. Kim Austin from Waitakaruru. The dairy farmer from the Hauraki Plains. Practices round his farmyards and obviously does enough of it to get very, very quick indeed. There's another excellent time, 62.94. Now, on the basis of today's competition and yesterday's, you would say, well, that's well within the grasp of Rodney Millen. He's off the line very clearly indeed. He needs around about a 62 will do him fine. I think we'll see him come down in around a minute. Looking at the aerodynamics of this car, there's a fairly big wing at the back, which many theorists have said is very important, particularly on the downhill piece of this course. But Rod Millen says that it is actually more important where the front square is in terms of its relationship to the ground. The superbly built, beautifully balanced RX-7 mid-engine face frame four-wheel drive.
As Rod knows that he got a good line around that top corner, so he'll be giving it heaps down the hill to try and get a record braking time.
We'll just wait. Let's let the clock tell the story. 102.94 to beat. That's the second time in the day he's done a 59.14. That's about as quick as he seems to be able to go around this course. Well and truly under the minute barrier. 59.14. He's happy. His son Reese is happy. And they go home as the 1988 Dunlop Rally Sprint champions.